my rhyme. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out.
Chargers meet Chiefs.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly too.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't leave number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me.
And he ran
Go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning.
Really lets me know what I'm in store for.
Coach, the rain is falling. The fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Deej.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give me some.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental bring down by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
You know, superstar Corey Grant, the spin cycle.
Oh, my God.
+1 speed.
Rest in peace.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Minnesota.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases.
And Julio's gone. Let's go.
Tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Not the dirty birds themselves.
He plays absolute. He actually ran an engage aid.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Engage aid. Wow. And it wasn't like I was nowhere near the goal line. I was like inside of my
Quick throw
own 30
taken in by
yard line.
Diggs. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's third down. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
One of those
able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
I'm enjoying me some Julio now. I'm just trying to program the franchise tag in the offseason. I don't want to give him a 3-year deal for like $90 million or 4-year deal for like $90 million. I just want to keep this franchise tag him and just then hope eventually he'll just ask for a 1-year deal.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
32, whatever. What you buying with the money there, Brian?
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throw it immediately and somehow get caught for holding.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Kill the program. It's your favorite. Kill the program. No, kill the program. You were all
They go play action with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Say he ain't never lost to Florida International. He ain't never done that. This is ground zero.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. From the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
For some reason, I can't just run the ball and
from the gun, Jackson.
Let's go.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Let's go. You tighten up.
I don't understand the pass accuracy.
They'll run again. This time it's a duel. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Huh?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Get him. Side. I don't believe in Gregory. Stay off the weed, though. I think it has to be
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, Eric said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said...
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Let's go.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That don't make sense.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Wow.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
He's running the ball, trying to kill
give
the clock.
Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Marcus Peters.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Now, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
What we got?
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah.
And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rodgers now to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating into the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Play some defense.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Going deep for... They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
My offense, what are y'all doing for? All y'all niggas doing this whole... Literally all y'all doing this whole...
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Jackson options out left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. He's got a man complete.
We literally
and
couldn't
even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends, because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Strip animation is triggered. It's a damn fumble.
Check 4, check 4.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
With the Cowboys, goddamn game shit.
Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it out, loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, Thielen is complete.
No white, Jerry, right. To the house.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense.
Somehow
this is a live ball.
So there's that.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
It's like I didn't even go.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
He only ran once this game, so.
It would be nice, but when it gets hurt, it's over.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Wait till you see this, Tyler. Wait till you see this, Tyler. Wait till you see this, Tyler.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Dude, I was just
the
like,
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Dontari Poe. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
54's Mike.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete.
I didn't think they were.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Get ready. Set. Eddie West. Go to base. Right here, right here. Go. Motion. '54's Mike.
Jackson to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing now is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 43-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Whew. That was a crazy one.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So